Hey y'all, it's me. Apologies in advance. I'm kind of looking like crap today. Uh, but bear with me. I just really want to get on here and tell y'all a story about my life, some things that's been going on that some of you know about and some of you probably don't. I got a little teleprompter thing that I made over here that's going to help me kind of read through it. So I'm not just sitting here fumbling around on words because I can sing in front of thousands of people, y'all, but I'm still not super comfortable on a camera or talking in front of a crowd. It's just how I'm wired, I guess. Anyway, here's a little story. So, again, if my eyes veer off, it's because I'm reading from a little script that I wrote to kind of help me through some of this. Um, so, here we go. Long story short, uh, late 2016, my daughter was born. Got a divorce from her mom, moved to a horse ranch, much needed physical and emotional reset. It was kind of amazing, actually. It was dressage horse, but working with horses just I don't know what it is. It does something for your soul. It really does. Grounds you. A few years later, I moved out, met a girl, fell in love, didn't stick. Uh, Traveled with my family to East Tennessee, got COVID, came back home. A few months later, the ice apocalypse hit. I don't know if y'all remember in Austin, all the limbs and stuff were falling off the trees. It was kind of crazy. People with water outages and electrical outages and stuff like that. It was a nightmare. After the COVID, I started having heart problems, and insurance wouldn't cover me for most of the tests and stuff that I needed, like the stress test and the nuclear thing and the angioplasty or whatever it was they needed to do. The insurance wasn't going to cover any of that stuff, so I dropped them. My doctor said, "Hey, you got to take it easy because we don't know the extent of what's going on, and I don't want you to like risk your own life. You shouldn't be working or anything." So, I stopped exercising. That's for sure. Work slowed. I took out loans that I really couldn't afford to pay back. Considered bankruptcy, but since it costs, 2,700 bucks, I didn't do it because I didn't have the cash to do it. A year or so later, I was working on a house that I was renting in Buda. I was spraying some anti-adhesive stuff on the ceiling, and I was on a ladder and I passed out and fell off the ladder, broke like four ribs. And so recovery sucked. I was out of a house, out of a job, and I had to move to Gerald, which was not anywhere close to Buda, if you know the Austin area at all. A buddy of mine hired me, and I went to work for him. But I was, renting that room from a stranger up in the Gerald area. So it was really weird. Um, then my buddy's business slowed down, and I was kind of laid off from that. I was out of work again, broke, troubled. Heart issues were showing up more frequent and way worse, really. I had some anxiety, which I'd never really felt before. I don't know if it's like a guy thing where we don't really go through that stuff as much or don't show it or experience it. I don't know. But I'd never really dealt with anxiety before. But thinking that you could go to sleep and die in your sleep is going to make you a little bit anxious. I'll tell you that from experience. So I had trouble sleeping, which I think made like depression and stuff like that seep in even worse. Kind of made me feel hopeless, and the path that I was going down from feeling those things was kind of self-destructive, between the doctor saying, "Hey, don't exercise or work, because we don't know what's going on with your heart," and you know, feeling the way that I was feeling about possibly dying and stuff. Yeah, whether it was real or not, like it was scary, and so yeah, it kind of leads you down a real dark hole there. Um, I've been putting on more and more weight, which of course wasn't helping my heart. Last March, I went to the ER where I was slated to have a quintuple five bypass surgery, and they settled for a quadruple bypass. And luckily, I had the support of wonderful friends and family. My family came down and moved me. My sister and my mom came down. My son came down, moved me up here with them in Boyd, where we live now. And I've been here with them for probably going on 11 months now. But in that time, I've been distant away, physically away from my daughter, who's down there still. And I try to see her once a month if I can, but I still don't have a job. uh, Fuel in my truck is just eating because I've got an old 2004 F-250 that just sucks the fuel right up as soon as you put it in. So that's been pretty tough too. Not having a job here still. I filed Chapter 7 right before Christmas. And even though I'm recovered physically, I still haven't financially or emotionally, you know? Um, I hit what felt like rock bottom. And it's easy, I think, when you get there to kind of wallow in it, you know, uh, when you're down there. But lately, I've been keeping myself busy. I've built some apps. Uh, I've been building a music library. I've kind of been writing and producing some songs, kind of on the back burner and stuff. But I do have some new music, and it is gonna be really good when it's done. So I'm excited to show that stuff to y'all. I've been working on a new business venture called Anchor Integrity that could prove to be one of the most lucrative things that I've ever commissioned. And I can finally envision a light at the end of the tunnel, you know? So I've decided to take back my life, my health, my finances, my creative outlets, my relationships with my kids and my family, and a lot of y'all, to friends that I have that I better watching this right now. I plan to post new content every single day from now until at least the end of the year. I need you guys to be my accountability partners. I really hope that you'll join me on this journey, going upward. Let's go.